Hello, welcome back once again. Today we're given the following single equation with three different variables, which is known as the Diophantine equation. We have 5 to the power of a plus 5 to the power of b minus 5 to the power of c is equal to 121. In this video, we're going to evaluate a plus b minus c. So let us get started. A, b, and c are whole numbers. You get it? Now, we have 5 to the power of a plus 5 to the power of b minus 5 to the power of c, which is equal to 121. Now we're going to factor out 5 to the power of a from here. So if we factor out 5 to the power of a, then we'll be left with 5 to the power of a divided by 5 to the power of a will give us 1, plus 5 to the power of b divided by 5 to the power of a. Remember, they have the same base. We apply this law of indices. A to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. Since they have the same base, this will be equal to a to the power of m minus n. Therefore, this becomes 5 to the power of b minus a. And then minus 5 to the power of, remember, you are dividing 5 to the power of c by this, so it will become 5 to the power of c minus a. So this is equal to 121, the same as 1 times 121, the same as 5 to the power of 0, multiplied by 121. Remember, 5 to the power of 0 is 1. Now, we're going to compare this following. As this is equal to this, right? And then this in the bracket is equal to this. So if 5 to the power of a is equal to, if 5 to the power of a is equal to 5 to the power of 0, so this implies from here that a is equal to 0. Now, don't forget that in the bracket, since a is equal to 0, we are left with 5 to the power of b, and we're left with 5 to the power of c. So this will become 1 plus 5 to the power of b minus 5 to the power of c. This is equal to 121. So subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, we get 5 to the power of b minus 5 to the power of c is equal to 120. Again, let us factor out 5 to the power of c from here. So if you factor out 5 to the power of c, then if you divide this by 5 to the power of c, we get 5 to the power of b minus c. And then minus 1 is left here. So it is equal to 120 is the same as 5 to the power of 1, right? Multiplied by 24. Okay, so from here, we have to compare this as follows. So this 5 to the power of c is going to be equal to 5 to the power of 1, right? And here, this is going to be equal to 24. Remember that 5 to the power of anything minus 1, we have last digit not equal to 5, right? The same thing happens here. So here, if 5 to the power of c is equal to 5 to the power of 1, so this implies from here the same base, we equate the power, so c is equal to 1, right? Okay, so in the bracket, we're left with 5 to the power of b minus c, and then minus 1, which is equal to 24. So add 1 to both sides, we get 5 to the power of b minus c is equal to 1, right? And then this is equal to 24 plus 1 is giving us 25. So from here, we get 5 to the power of b minus 1 is equal to 25 is the same as 5 squared. From here, we have the same base again. So we're going to equate. So this implies from here that b minus 1 is equal to 2, giving us that b is equal to 3, right? So here we have the following solutions for a, b, and c. A is equal to 0, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 1. Therefore, a plus b minus c is going to be equal to 0 plus 3 minus 1, and this is giving us 2. Therefore, 2 is the correct answer. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, kindly subscribe, also like, comment, and share.